Hi Virgo, here is a general look at your solar chart for November 2016. It looks like an interesting time actually, and especially in just first 10 days, we've got the sun in a very sociable, connecting, meeting, greetings sort of mood, and until the 22nd, it's a time when you could be exchanging information, making contacts, and just maybe there's more on your mind. Mercury's in there as well, so it's very outgoing, it's very chatty. It can mean that you're moving around more. You're on the move more. Great time for gathering and sharing information in person and over the wires. Great time for learning, great time for teaching as well. And then Mercury moves on the 13th. Of course, Mercury is an important planet for you, being your ruling planet. And then it goes into a more inward area to do with family, extended family, community, tribe, neighborhood. And correspondence and discussions could be more within that bubble or about that bubble. So it could even be about location, property, and the like. But also about family members or the rest of that category. But it tends to be a more mentally busy, sociable time from an HQ, from home, or, but also out in nature, maybe really, really connecting with nature as well. And then just to be aware, on the 23rd to the 25th, Saturn and Mercury come to the same degrees, so mental pressure perhaps, or maybe a heavier schedule, more responsibilities related to contacts or communications, mental, physical, vehicle, travel, transport, that kind of thing coming in there. I mean, this is very fleeting, but schedules, that kind of thing could present mini sort of challenges. But during that time there, we have a more interesting one. So parallel with that, we've got Jupiter on Saturn by degree, and that can mean that you're on a bit of a learning curve or spreading your wings into unfamiliar territories, at the same time as having to give this more focus and discipline and responsibility about something. But in so doing, the horizons broaden, and an important teacher or teaching could come into your life at this time, or you being seen as the teacher as well. And then we have until the 12th, Venus beaming a very friendly, sociable light into the root of your chart, and this can manifest as like these family relations that I was mentioning. Mercury and Venus are going to be in the same place. No, they're just switching across each other. So when Mercury goes in there, Venus leaves. So up until the 12th, Venus is lighting up the root of your chart, and this can mean that maybe there's more people coming into your space. Maybe you're going into somebody else's space more. There's this feeling of connecting, sharing, sometimes intimacy. So that could be going on somewhere within your locality. It could be a good time to feel more harmony about where you're located, or indeed admiring the beauty of what you've got around you, wherever you are, whether that's at home or somewhere where you are temporarily. And then from the 12th, Venus moves into this sociable, playful sort of area. Again, great for connecting, great for socializing, and you can feel more center stage, and definitely for some of you could be a boost to your love life here, connecting more with children, young people also, and getting into pursuits that you yourself find empowering and good fun. And then for you to watch out for in the last week, there's some intensity coming in, and some deeper feelings coming in with Venus and Pluto on the same degree. And there can be some deeper questioning going on there, to do with a relationship, or to do with a financial situation or a property situation, or just something that's bugging you. But try to get the clarity and separate your emotional patterning from what is actually going on, and try not to project that out, which is so easy to do. So it's paying attention, I suppose, more to your inner process. And then until the 9th, Mars is in this spontaneous area. It gives you the trigger to take a chance on something, take a chance on someone, even be more dynamic and active, related to anything which is fun, which is related maybe to children. So it might not be fun, but it's related to children. But we can have fun and children in the same sentence, and very easily, actually. But also it's a time when you can be more creatively expressive. You could just be getting more out of life, and that's been going on for a lot of October as well. And then from the 9th, Mars is in a sector, which means you've got to get busy with the practical side of life, get things organized, get things running the way you want them to be, maintenance, repairs, health, daily duties. So having to maybe be a little bit more aware of timings of things there, and routines and methods, skills as well. So it's a time to be brushing up, blowing the dust off those skills, or indeed learning new ones, and also getting to grips with what's sort of piled up around you. Now we have got then the sun moves. Of course, the sun moves to the base of your chart on the 22nd, and then that lights up property matters, home, family, location, tribe, extended family, neighborhood, but also your inner life and your inner feelings more, and that's from the 22nd. Now, this is an important transit. The Saturn transit is important for you. Those of you born the 5th to the 10th of September with 13 to 18 degrees rising will feel it the most at the moment. It's time for you to build upon or change aspects of what was going on in your life either 7 years ago or 14 years ago, roughly. So it can be 7, 8, 14, 15 years ago, or half or a quarter or whatever. And this time around, this stress tester of Saturn that comes along to see, whether we're on the path to what our assignment is, really, on our Earth assignment is, and Saturn comes along and just kind of makes sure we're still sound, we're still in good working order. That's one way of looking at it, anyway. And so this is a time here for you to look deeply into yourself, clearing up loose ends from the past, maybe having to put more into family and family relationships and property matters, but working harder to get along with others in a community or a neighborhood. And also it might be a time when you just decide that the situation is untenable, whether it's to do with where you're living, whether it's to do with family, whether it's to do with the neighborhood, and you take a decision about that. Jupiter is in your area of finances and property, material resources, as well as talents. So I think this is a really good position of Jupiter, even though technically, astrologically speaking, it's not making a strong aspect to your sun sign. However, probably it will be making a strong aspect to a planet or something else in your chart, which sun sign astrology doesn't choose. However, I always like it when Jupiter is either at the root of the chart or in this position here, or in the 8th house as well. And this is a time for you to maybe get recognized for your talents, or you find that there is some help with resources, whether that's money, property, you know, food, water, whatever it is, things come to you with Jupiter here. And of course we've always got to play the energies right, but it would help to be favoring you. So if you were reaching out, this Jupiter energy, or certain other things considered, like where the position of the other planets were on a particular given day, but in the general aspect, which is going on for a very long time until October 2017, it helps you to, first of all, decide what really matters to you now regarding resources, property, finances. What is the most important to you? What are the biggest priorities to you now? And then, or whether it's your own work, you know, whatever it is about you, what it is that you want in your life that you don't have. This is the area, this very materialistic area here, but also it's the area to do with talents. It's not just the physical side of life. It's to do with your talents. For you to be able to draw those things towards you, and basic resources, talents, and beginning to be appreciated for those talents, getting them skilled up, those talents as well, so that they are they produce the tool that you really want, that helps you excel with that talent, right? So it's showcasing in the right, or staging in the right sort of way, if you like, although that's not quite right. And also this is an area to do with diet, exercise, you know, the physical side of the physical body, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and you Virgos born the 2nd to the 10th of September with 10 to 18 degrees rising will feel this energy the most. And then Neptune, of course, is in your opposite sign, so that, you know, you can be the prop for others more easily. There's this inclination there, so you have to pace yourself. You've got to draw your line in the sand where necessary, and be available, but not if it means turning yourself into a martyr. And you Virgos born the 1st to the 3rd of September with 8 to 11 degrees rising will feel that energy the most. Now then, have I missed anything out? No, I think that'll do. So if you know your rising sign or your moon sign, listen to those, but also anything in this material that you want to check up, it's on my website, DianaGarland.com. And I wish you well. I'll see you the next time.